3 days. That's all it took for Daniel Carter to believe he had found love. 3 days in Bangkok, and 6 weeks later, he would be sitting alone in his apartment, staring at his bank account, wondering how everything had gone so wrong. But when he first arrived, none of that crossed his mind. Daniel was 47, from Manchester, recently divorced, and finally taking the trip he had postponed for years. He wasn't looking for anything serious, just sunshine, good food, and a break from routine. Bangkok hit him immediately. The heat, the noise, the energy. It felt alive, in a way his life back home hadn't felt for a long time. On his first night, jet-lagged but restless, he went for a walk. Neon lights reflected off wet pavement. Music drifted from open bars. Tourists laughed loudly in the distance. He stepped into a small, quiet bar, mostly just to sit down. That's when he saw her. She was smiling at something her friend had said. Then she glanced towards him. Their eyes met for a moment. She smiled politely. Daniel looked away, then back again. A minute later, she walked over. "Hello, where are you from?" she asked softly. "England," he replied. "My name is Mali." They talked, at first like it was simple, travel, weather, how long he was staying, but the conversation flowed easily. She laughed at his dry humour. He complimented her English. Time moved quickly. Within an hour, Daniel felt unusually comfortable. He hadn't laughed like this in months. They ordered drinks, then another. Marley told him she worked long hours, but hoped to open a small salon one day. Daniel liked that she had ambitions. It made her seem genuine. When they left the bar, the city felt quieter, or maybe it was just him. The next day, she messaged him, "Good morning. Did you sleep well?" Daniel smiled at his phone. They met again. Then again that evening. By the second day, they were inseparable. They visited markets, shared street food, took photos near temples. She held his arm when crossing the street. Small gestures that felt natural. Daniel began thinking, but maybe this wasn't just a holiday fling. On the third day, she told him, "I feel safe with you." That sentence stayed with him, but small things started to appear. That afternoon, she mentioned her mother wasn't well, just a passing comment. Daniel felt sympathy, but didn't think much of it. Later that night, she seemed distracted. "My family, little problem," she said quietly. The next morning, she didn't message him. For the first time, Daniel felt uneasy. Hours later, she replied, "Sorry, hospital with mother." That evening, she showed him a photo, her mother lying in a hospital bed. Daniel's chest tightened. "I don't like ask, but maybe you help little?" He hesitated. It wasn't a large amount. He sent the money. She hugged him tightly. "You're very kind, man." The next day was his last before flying home. They walked along the river, talking about the future. At the airport, she hugged him longer than expected. "Don't forget me," she whispered. Back home, they messaged constantly. Morning texts, photos, voice notes. Daniel told friends he had met someone special. 2 weeks later, another problem appeared. Rent. Urgent. Daniel helped again. Then came a broken phone. Then family expenses. Each time, she promised to repay him. Messages slowly changed. Replies became shorter. Sometimes, she disappeared for hours, then days. One morning, he sent a message. No reply. Another, still nothing. Her profile photo disappeared. Then her account went offline. Daniel sat in silence. 3 days in Bangkok. 3 days that felt real. 3 days he replayed over and over. Was any of it genuine? He would never know. And sometimes not knowing is the hardest part. Have you seen something like this? Would you have done the same? Red flag or real love?